What should we do today? Dabble in drag? Thank you so much for coming back, and I hope everyone had a wonderful and celebratory Pride Month. As things are starting to get back to normal, it's nice to be able to re-engage with our queer safe spaces. And even though things aren't totally normal yet, it really feels good to get back out in the community. So who knows, maybe Sierra Mist will be coming to a town near you. The last look we did was inspired by the promo shoot for All Stars Season 1. We felt our full superhero alien fantasy, and continuing on a downward spiral of geeky interests, this month's shoot is inspired by the promo for Season 5. This whole shoot was very goddess, mythology, ethereal beings inspired. Everyone was sort of the queen of their own domain. And if you've ever met me, you know that I'm a huge mythology nerd. So when I was trying to figure out what Sierra Mist wanted to do for this particular shoot, I had a lot to choose from. But some of my favorite mythologies maybe wouldn't be culturally appropriate for me to portray. So I'll be taking myself up to Valhalla and pulling inspiration from Norse mythology. This look is going to give you very like She-Ra, Xena warrior princess, Valkyrie, strong, powerful, fierce female goddess. And as you can tell, my beard has grown back since the last time I saw you, as well as some chest hair. And since this look is going to be a little bit more exposed, it's going to be a full manscape situation. Let's get to it. Looking smooth. This was really just for show, and it's going to get in my way. Now for the first time in Drag Race history, Sierra Mist will be drawing on full eyebrows. That's right. Even though we will only be blocking the outer half of our eyebrow, we will be having full eyebrows today. No more of this half brow, alien brow, no brow business. Even though that's my favorite thing to do. We will take our handy dandy glue stick, some Ben Nye Super White Powder, and some of our Super Stay Foundation from Maybelline. We will be right back with some bald-ass brows. If you don't know how to block a brow, this is not the tutorial for you. We block our brows off camera. Bye! We are blocked. Taking some Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. This is 102 Fair Porcelain because I am super pale. I'm tapping this all over my covered brow. We're peeking through a little bit there, but we will fix that in a little bit. I'm grabbing some Ben Nye HD foundations, and I'm going to take those colors and build up a nice gradient of light brown to dark brown when building my brow. That might be the wrong shape. You can tell I don't do eyebrows all the time because this shape is wild. Now that I've got the rough shape, I'm continuing to build up with slightly darker colors. I don't even know what looks good anymore. I think that'll do for now. I'm going to take a little bit of my Ben Nye white cream stick and just clean up under the brow. One brow, pretty good. Let's see if I can do the same thing on this eye. Pretty even. So now I'm just going to tap some excess powder over the cream to make sure it stays in place, and we will redefine these brows after we get our eyes figured out. Speaking of eyes, I don't totally know what I want to do. I have a general idea, but it's not fully baked. So rather than waste your time while I figure it out on this eye and then just do the other eye off camera, we're going to take that, flip it, and reverse it. And I'm going to do the eye first and then show. Wish me luck. We have an eye. We're going for this like neutral, smoky warrior look. Now I get to show you how I did it. First I'm taking a little bit of LA Base Pro by Lancome, and I'm just gonna prep the under eye skin a little bit. The work has been a little stressful lately, so we're just gonna color correct under my eyes. And taking that same Maybelline Super Stay Foundation, I'm putting that all over my eye. This eye look I'm doing is achieved entirely by using the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette. I'm first dipping into Pisces. You've seen me use this before. It's like a nice, solid brown shade. I'm using a small packing brush, and I'm defining the shape of my crease and starting to blow that out. Carry it onto the under eye. Next I'm taking the B06 brush by Spectrum Collections, and I'm just going to use this to buff out and blend any harsh edges. Next we're dipping into Sagittarius with our B07 brush from Spectrum Collections, and we're just going to start to blend and transition out to a little bit of a lighter color. And now that I have the general shape of this eye put together, I'm going to start to smoke out the corner a little bit. Going back in with Pisces, we're going to start to deepen that And before I clean everything up, I'm going to take a little bit of Aries, which is like the blackest black eyeshadow, and just really start to deepen some parts of this eye. We have eyeballs. I also just realized this is the first look in this series where I don't have contact lenses in. You get to see the real me. Next step is skin. Beard game is strong today, so I'm going to go ahead and color correct my beard. I've already prepped my skin, so if you want to know what my skin prep routine is, look at another video. And now I need to set this cream with powder. Now I'm mixing my foundations. Today I'm using 105, which is Fair Ivory, and 115 Ivory. It's all freaking ivory. And using the BO1 brush from Spectrum, I'm going to be applying this generously all over my face. And on a flat concealer brush, I'm taking 102 Fair Porcelain, and I'm going to apply my highlight. What are you doing in here? We have an intruder. Gonna break into the makeup room, you gotta say hi. Okay, back to action. And now let's take a beauty sponge and really buff that all together. And gotta get the neck because otherwise we're not friends. Taking a little bit of my Candid Liquid Foundation from Revlon, I'm going to go ahead and start on the contours of my face. Without my beard, my jawline disappears, so I have to put it back in. Alright, let's go ahead and highlight a little bit with powder. Taking some Ben Nye Super White powder, I'm just highlighting the high points of the face. And taking a mix of some more neutral setting powders, I'm just going to tap that into the rest of the foundation. Going in with my contour powders, I'm just going to start to redefine the shapes of my face and hopefully warm things up from this corpse gray that's happening. And let's start to contour the nose. Okay, we've got enough shadow on the face. Let's go ahead and start adding blush. Let's get this face warmed up and brought back to life. I'm going in with my tried and true Ben Nye Theatrical Rouge palette, and we're taking our typical kind of corally shade. Now let's go ahead and start on the nose. And when I do my nose blush, I sort of like blend out from the nose to create that like sunburn, sun-kissed type of blush moment. And then I actually like clean it and cut it like you would a cut crease right in here to really give myself like a nice rounded eye and a clean edge. Makes it look like I kind of know what I'm doing, I guess. I'm just really packing this onto my cheek. Taking a little bit of our concealer that we've been using, I'm gonna go ahead and create that cut shape in the nose blush. Not only does it like clean up the nose area, it really opens up that eye space. Let's go ahead and set this face just for now. Hit the save button and then we're going to go in with some details. With our face pretty much set, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the skin. I'm dipping into my Milani Highlighter Duo and I'm just using my finger since this is sort of a creamy powder, and I'm going to kind of like tap that on where I want it and then take a fluffy brush and just sort of buff that out. And then I'm going to go back over it. There's more of a blush tone, and I'm going to use that to sort of blend these together. We're going to kind of repeat that in different parts of the face. I'm going to take an itty bitty brush. This is A16 from Spectrum. And I'm going to use that light shade and just go down the bridge of my nose. Alright, our mythology-inspired look is highlighted for the gods. Next, I want to redefine the tail end of these brows. I'm going to leave the front of them a little bit lighter, but I want these tail parts to be a little bit darker. I'm dipping back into my BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and let's start with Sagittarius and work our way from there. Okay, and I don't want to do too much more than this, so I'm just going to take a little bit of Pisces on the very, very end of the brow. Both look pretty good. This is the superior brow, and we'll be getting the legendary trophy. And now I'm actually going to put a slit in this eyebrow because I feel like Valkyrie are these like female warriors, and they're strong and also a little bit like... Alright, we're pretty much done with the face. Let's go ahead and get the lips on. I'm first using the lip shade Angel from Luscious Cosmetics to go ahead and create the outline of my lips. You know what? That's not bad for a first go. I'm going to tap on a little bit more of like a pink nude right here in the middle. I'm going to take the shade Virgo from our BH Cosmetics palette. It's a little bit of a like soft pink that kind of matches this. And just tap that on in some of these transition areas to kind of help set this and blend it. And then taking a little bit of that warmer Sagittarius. This is a pretty soft look for Sierra Mist. What do we think? What the heck, isn't this supposed to be a goddess makeup? You look pretty human to me. Okay, so let's add some goddess details. Like I mentioned earlier, this look is inspired by Norse mythology, and so I knew I needed to pull in some really authentic elements to make this come alive. My very handsome and talented friend Albert is actually an expert in Icelandic magic and Norse markings. So I reached out to him to see if he could come up with some runes that would make sense for this character. And so I'm going to put some protection markings under my eyes. There's going to be some fine detail work, so I'm going to be up in it. This time you get to see it. Hopefully I don't screw it up. Already loving this, still more to go. Shout out to NYX for always having some of the best black liners. I've used them both in this video. Love it, I'm feeling magical. I'm gonna do just like a little black line here. Loving it, loving it. Girl, let's set it. Let's get the lashes on. Ooh, we have lashes on. We are highlighted on our collarbones and our shoulders. And we are ready to get to this photo shoot. Are you ready? Because I'm ready, so here we go.